Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to another video. As per the thumbnail, this video is going to be about all about Google. If anyone is new to the channel, a little bit about my channel. I generally talk about DSA and design. Who am I? I have solved more than 3000 coding problems and I have 2000 plus rating on lead code and then currently working as a SW2 at Microsoft. And last year, I was fortunate enough to receive 10 job offers, all of more than 35 LPA. That was the main reason of creating this channel where I can provide raw advice and also help everyone based on my experience. If you are new to the channel, there is a daily live stream at 10:30 p.m. IST for Ask Me Anything and also for DSA to help everyone achieve consistency. If you want to support the channel, consider joining the channel club. So that's about me. And so moving to Google's L4 interview, which is basically SD2, but the title for Google is SW3. So this is the second level, the next from L3. Generally, the experience that you need for this is 2 years to anywhere from 5 weeks experience, right? 2 years to 5 years of experience. So I was not able to clear this round FIY, right? I failed, but I there was some of the things that I could introspect that okay, these are the places that I could have done better, right? But let's get started, right? So coming to the first resume and application section. So in resume and application section, so there's a video. I always use that one page resume, and then Jake's template overleaf, right? And then I applied via referral. So with referral, I applied without referral also, but the call that I got was for with referral, right? And most of the time, like Google has reached out to, like Google recruiters, they reach out to you a couple of times. They have reached out to me 3 to 4 times, but couple of times I was not confident enough to give the interviews. That's the first mistake. Never be underconfident, right? Uh, Always like you can prepare for 4 weeks and then always give the interview, right? Don't be underconfident, right? That's one advice here, right? Whenever recruiters reach out to you, always take 4 weeks and then give the interview. Don't think like that you will prepare for 1 year because anyway you can appear again for 1 year. And don't even think for you will prepare for 6 months if you are working professional, right? So, and generally they do reach out to working professional only. They'll not reach out to college students because it will happen via college hiring. But if you are working professional and you are getting a ping from Google Recruiter, always give the interview, right? Always give the interview. So that's one of the mistake that I did when I had 1 year of experience. I always underestimate myself. So something that you guys should not do. So one page resume and apply to more openings, right? I would have applied to, so there is a like you can apply to 3 openings, but to down on I think for 4 months I would have applied to 10 to 15 Google openings, and then I got a call for one opening with referral, right? That was plain and simple. Recruiter told me about how the interview is going to be. There will be tech screening round and then the loop, right? Pretty straightforward for all the Google interviews. And then I was already prepared, but still I got 1 week of time and then went for a tech screening, right? So that was about resume and application. Now coming to the tech screening, right? So this was taken by SD3, SD2 itself, right? I'm going to call this SD2 only, right? Taken by SD2. Now, all of these interviews for Google or like for the text screening ones, right? These are taken on Google Docs, but it is little bit different from Google Docs, right? I think it's their own portal and it is syntax, like you can read the code properly. It's not like as plain as Google Docs, right? So that's one of the things. And then, so the question that I was asked was it was of lead code hard level. Um, there was so it was again around graphs. So if anyone is preparing, I highly suggest that you do need code 150 a couple of times, right? Revise the concept couple of times, and then also participate in lead code contest. Either you can participate in them virtually or you participate live, right? Both is fine, but always make sure that you give that, right? And I was able to solve this question. So if you know algorithms of graph, So graph algorithms are really important. And also, the Google's question is never directly from lead code, right? It is of lead code hard level, but it will be mostly from their question bank, and it will be an unseen problem, right? And you'll have to figure it out, right? You'll have to figure it out what is the algorithm that is running. But if you have a practice with all the top graph algorithms, this should be doable to you. And then the second thing is that you need to write test cases for the code. If you're able to complete it early, you will ask to write test cases just like we do testing in our real program, real job, right? So in the same way. So this was the tech screen round, and then after like 2 weeks, so got a call, from recruiter after 2 weeks, right? So this I might have gave on the first of month, and then this around the 15th of the month, right? So after 15 days, I got a call that I have been shortlisted. So if I have to rate this round, I would rate it 9.5 or maybe 10 out of 10, because without taking any hints, I was able to solve this problem. And so coming to the tech round one, right? So I was having pretty hectic schedule. So the first mistake I did was that I scheduled my interviews in the night time, right? Scheduled my interviews at night time. Now what this created, right? This was during a daytime taken by an Indian. Now, in this one, as I scheduled my interviews at night time, it was taken by someone from different region altogether, might be from a Europe or some different team. So I had a really tough time understanding their accent, right? So that was one of the thing that like the first mistake that I realized, right? Always keep interviews in your main time zone. That would be one advice to you guys, right? Always keep them in your day. You can take off. But when I realized that I did not want to like schedule because I've already delayed it for so many times, so I didn't want to do that. But the question that I got for this one was fairly straightforward. It was of lead code medium level. Again, if you have solved this lead code 150, you have a lead code contest rating around 1800. You should be good. Don't ever doubt yourself. If you have these two things, right? Don't doubt yourself. Okay, but you are already prepared. Don't try to achieve perfection, right? Although I did not clear this round, I was able to solve all the DSA coding problems. Now, the thing where I messed up was the time complexity, right? So there are some algorithms where the time complexity is O(n plus m). It is not linear. It is linear, but it doesn't feel like linear, right? But doesn't feel like. So and then you have to do some mathematic calculation. So had to do mathematic formula calculation to time find the time complexity. And then when I was doing this time complexity check, right, I messed it up by saying that it would be n log n, but the code was of O(n plus m), right? So even I had written the optimal code, but I deep down I knew also it was n plus m, but I think the pressure took to me. That happens. So I think that is the only thing that I could think of, that maybe the pressure got to me. And then I still knowing that deep down that it is n plus m, I said that okay, this is n log n, right? Which kind of I think messed my chances here. So if I had to rate my round, I was able to solve the question without any hints, but as I messed on the time complexity, I would like probably give it 7, or not even 7, probably 6 out of 10. So after this, I already kind of knew that maybe my chances are less, but as it was a loop, so I thought that I'll go ahead and then give the round still. So moving to the tech round two, right? In tech round two, again, this was again taken by US or European, right? European time zone. So, and then in this again, so this is again a coding problem, right? But now this goes away from, so you should know things around heap, priority queues, And also this is like you start from a basic, but if you have to find a optimized solution, then you need to know. Then also you also need to know graph, right? It was mix of both these of both things. And again, it was lead code medium too hard. I would not call it like lead code medium. It is like lead code medium too hard, right? Medium, but going towards hard. And then I was able to run this one without any errors, able to run without any errors. And this was really good. Like, I think this round went really well. And if I have to rate this again, I would rate 9 out of 10, right? Again, lead code 150 that covers heap priority queue also. But whenever you learn that lead code 150, right, make sure that you go to a rating website, right? That this also I always share in my live streams. But if you want to find the link, so you will see there is a link to my Bento website for this particular rating website. Just click to that, you'll find all the links, and then go to this rating website and use it, right? So this was good. Now I was in a state that okay, one round went really bad and one went really well, right? So if I can um clear this one, then I would be like I would have good chances, right? So then I went to this one, right? So in this one, again, a graph problem. This was again based on graphs, but little bit like a combination of hash map plus graphs. I was again able to solve this one. I was able to solve this one optimally, explain the time complexity, wrote working code, right? Maybe, but again, communication gap. Maybe, no, I would not call it a communication gap, but yeah, little, I had a little um difficulty in understanding what the interview is saying, right? So I could read the question and I could understand and explain. So there was couple of questions from my side, to and fro happened a lot. Again, that was due to like accent issues, right? US and European time zone. Again, the same mistake that I had made. I could have asked them to switch it back to India time zone after this, after realizing this tech round one. But I did not want to do that because I had already asked them to schedule couple of times due to my work schedule. So again, highly, I would never suggest someone always be there in your current time zone. If you are from Indian, make sure you contact with Indian. If you are from US, then always that you can ask the time zone, right? So don't make that mistake, the one that I did, right? So and in this, I would again rate myself 9 out of 10. Like I think this was a really good um problem also, and I was able to perform well. But again, this is my rating, guys, so I might be biased here. But yeah, moving to hiring manager round. So this I was surprised. This was taken by 5 EOE, right? And not, but one more thing that based on your current or based on your team, you could be L6 with this experience also. So the person who took my interview was not L5. He was at sorry L4. Uh, so this is L4, this is L5, right? Like senior SSE. But he had like 5 year of experience. So, and then most of the things was asked me around like your behavioral questions, right? Team conflict. All of these are there if you just search for, you should know Amazon's leadership principles. All of the behavior questions revolves around that, right? And then initiatives, what initiatives you take, areas of improvement according to you, how do you cater the feedback, right? How do you handle feedbacks and conflicts and whatnot? All the questions, and always use STAR technique to answer these questions. And yeah, this round went pretty straightforward, right? So, but I was really surprised by this thing that okay, hiring manager is being taken by someone of 5 year of experience. So be prepared for this also to happen, right? So here I did not face any of the language barriers, although it was again different time zone. So if I have to rate this one, I would say probably I did not do that well, good job understanding my, like explaining my thoughts and explaining my projects in this particular round. So again, I would rate it 7 out of 10, right? And after that, I did not get a call. So I have already had so many good offers. So I also did not call the recruiter back to check what was my ratings and all. But I kind of understood that I might have not performed well. This was the main reason. I would say the time complexity of this, I should have done good job in telling the time complexity. And then this again, I would say that I did not perform my best. I have performed best in other of some of the companies. So overall, this was my experience, guys. If you are couple of takeaways that I would again highlight, like try to stick to your time zone, try to focus more on graph problems. Even though I was able to solve all the DSA problems and that too optimally, right? These were not suboptimal solutions. Sometimes your way of writing code, or you might be asking a lot of questions, which I did not do in this. But this was one of the setback that happened to me. I always share success story and the failure story side by side. This is one of the failure story. So try to learn from this, my mistakes, and also try to read other experiences and try to avoid those mistakes, right? So that's all for this video. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to put questions in the chat, or you can also reach out to a daily live stream at 10 p.m. IST, right? Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Bye.